We have officially entered a new era of conflict. The Wall Street Journal recently confirmed that the Pentagon utilized Anthropic's Claude AI as a primary tool in the operation to capture Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. For the first time in history, the United States military is using artificial intelligence to scope and identify human targets.
By now, there is no hiding it. AI in warfare is a reality. From the capture of Maduro to the escalating conflicts between Israel, Iran, and the United States, AI has moved from the laboratory to the front lines. But as this technology becomes central to national security, a massive ethical rift has formed between the creators of AI and the government. A rift that is changing the face of the industry forever. The story begins in July 2025, when Anthropic signed a $200 million contract with the Pentagon through a partnership with Palantir. However, tensions quickly flared. The government demanded that Anthropic sign a contract allowing Claude to be used for autonomous weapon control and the mass surveillance of US citizens through data collection. The Pentagon's demands were absolute. They wanted Claude to analyze all lawful data, which includes information the government buys from private data brokers, geolocation, web browsing history, and personal financial information. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei refused, citing two non-negotiable safeguards: no mass surveillance of Americans and no fully autonomous weapons making lethal decisions without a human in the loop. The government issued an ultimatum: comply by February 24th or face the consequences. Anthropic stood its ground. 2 days later, the Pentagon banned all agencies from using Anthropic tools and labeled the American company a supply chain risk. A controversial, unprecedented move that has sparked bipartisan backlash in the Senate. In what many call one of the worst cases of corporate optics in history, Sam Altman announced, just hours after the Anthropic fallout, that OpenAI would step in to take the military deal. For many, this completed OpenAI's fall from grace, transitioning from a non-profit dedicated to curing cancer and helping humanity to a for-profit entity that removed safety from its mission statement to partner with the Department of War. The public reaction was swift and massive. The Quit GPT movement erupted, with estimates suggesting millions of users cancelled their subscriptions. On Instagram, boycott messages reached 36 million views, while hundreds of people took to the streets of San Francisco to protest, chanting, "GPT has come to go." You might be wondering, if ChatGPT still struggles with basic logic, how can it be trusted to identify targets in a war zone? The answer is simple. The AI the public sees is not the AI the military uses. Through an interview with Dario Amodei, we've learned that the military uses custom models running on dedicated hardware. While a consumer shares compute power with millions of others, the military has access to entire data centers for a single request. This setup can be 5 or 6 orders of magnitude more powerful than consumer AI. Furthermore, Anthropic researchers have discovered a way to look inside the black box of neural networks. They identified a specific geometric direction in the model's brain that represents its persona, allowing them to mathematically control ethics and behavior. However, experts like Paul Shah warn that the tech is still imperfect. When the stakes are life and death, AI still gets it wrong, and humans must remain in the loop. We've already seen what this looks like in practice. The Maven smart system, built by Palantir and powered by a custom version of Claude, was used to strike 1,000 targets in Iran within just 24 hours. Maven is a sea of data, pulling from 179 different sources, including satellites and nearly every traffic camera in Tehran, hacked by the Israeli government. It interprets this data in real time to issue precise location coordinates and prioritize targets. According to a Georgetown University study, this system allowed a team of just 20 people to do the work that previously required 2,000 staff members. It has effectively turned weeks of battle planning into real-time operations.
The implications of this technology extend far beyond the battlefield. Even in the civilian world, surveillance is creeping in. Palantir has already installed surveillance systems in supermarkets. But perhaps most concerning is the return of facial recognition via Meta's Ray-Ban glasses. An internal document obtained by the New York Times reveals a feature called Name Tag, designed to allow a wearer to look at a stranger and have Meta's AI identify them using public profiles. Even if you don't own the glasses, you are being used to train the system. 2 Harvard students already proved that these glasses can identify complete strangers using third-party software. AI was supposed to make our lives easier, but it has speed-run its way into the most dangerous use cases: war and mass surveillance. While AI can be a tool for productivity in the wrong hands, a government running massive hardware clusters to analyze a population in real time is a dystopian reality. So, what can you do? To reduce your risk, the most practical step is to remove yourself from data broker sites. The government can legally buy your geolocation and financial data from these private firms. If you aren't in their databases, the AI has less to analyze. We also need to push for judicial interpretations of the Fourth Amendment to catch up to this technology.
This story isn't over. Anthropic is currently back in talks with the military to avoid that supply chain risk label. And the world is watching to see if they hold their line.